Back in the house, family, with another video. And we're going to continue this story of how relationships unfold. And this one's about to be rough. There's a video out there that's gone pretty viral because this man found out that he was not the father of this child. So as I break down this video, we're going to go through it, but I'm going to provide some personal experience, things that I have gone through, and things I'm pretty sure some of you guys have gone through. But this video is about to hit just a little bit differently, because when you are with a woman and you guys have kids together, it can be a wonderful thing when it works out the way it's supposed to work out. But sometimes these situations don't work out. Whether it's the woman leaving the relationship, taking your kids away from you. But what happens when you find out that that kid is not yours? But over here, we understand that this is a situation that men have been going through for a long time. And we've covered it in other videos, but it's important to keep this information out there so young men still know what is going on out here. And that is that sometimes you might find out at least 30% or 33% of the time that these guys are not the father of these children that they're raising. So paternity tests are always going to be important. But let's get into this video, family, and then we're going to come back and chop it up.
What's up is why you've been lying to me for 11 years, telling me that DJ is my real son. Why you been lying to me?
What have I been lying about?
I got a DNA test done.
A DNA saying what?
Saying that he's not my son.
Let me see this DNA test.
You don't need to see it. I saw it.
How DNA test gonna say?
How you gonna be lying to me for 11 years? Why would you do that to me?
Where's the lie?
The lie is you. You are the lie. You have been lying to me for 11 years, having me believe that my son that I've been raising for 11 years is not really my son. Like, how could you do that to me? Like, what can you say for yourself right now?
What made you get a DNA test?
Because I went through your phone.
And why?
Talking about me, laughing and bragging, telling your friends that I have no idea that he's really not my son. So I went and got a DNA test done. Like, you think I'm stupid or something? Like, how could you do this to me?
You know what?
What? You care more about me going through your phone than you lying to me about my son not being mine? Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? You care more about being humiliated and me finding out that our son is not really my son and that he has a different father. I sure have, because I thought he was my son. Because you've been lying to me this whole time.
As we know, family, over here, it hurts as a man when you think you have a son and you come to find out that that son ain't yours, because that bond between a father and a son is very important. Some of us was blessed to have a father in our life, and others, they just wasn't able to have that opportunity for whatever reason. Some people say that this video is a skit. I'm not too sure about that. But you got to ask yourself, what type of woman will allow you to think that a child is yours? You're going to be the provider. You're going to be the one to take care of her. You're going to be the beta who's going to go out here and be Mr. Nice Guy. But yet she was giving her cheeks away to the alpha for at least 11 years with this child, and then be foolish enough to be bragging on your phone to your friends. I don't know what type of woman you are dealing with, but I do know a lot of these women are trifling out here. And we always talk about this. I think that paternity test should always be mandatory. And the reason why it needs to be mandatory is to save guys this world of pain. Because as a man, if you have a child and you build this bond with this child, thinking that this child is yours, you're going to think back on all of those 11 years, even those years before you even had a child, and say, this woman got to be some piece of work to do that to you. Because if you think about it, if the child's 11 years old, that means he probably known this woman for at least, 3 years prior to that? So this is a woman that he'd been knowing for 14 years that would do some low down dirty stuff like this. So this is the reason why men need to get paternity tests.
I sure have, because I thought he was my son. Because you've been lying to me this whole time.
What are you talking about? Does it matter?
It does matter. Are you crazy? What do you mean? That absolutely matters. Like, you don't see anything wrong with what you did? You don't see anything wrong with what you did? You've been lying to me. You've been sitting here lying to me for 11. Of course I love him, but I can't. But you guys can't stay. You can't stay here anymore.
Where we gonna go?
I don't know. It's not my problem. 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 You can't stay here. You can't stay here. You can't stay here. I don't know. It's not my problem. I did my job. I did my job. I did my job as a dad. I did my job as a dad. You can't stay here anymore. Y'all gotta go. Both y'all can't stay anymore. No, I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. Y'all can't stay here anymore. Y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta get y'all house. Y'all gotta go. I can't deal with it. I'm putting y'all out. Yes. I'm gonna put you out. I'm gonna put you out. I will pack your bags myself and put you out of here. I will pack your bags. Y'all can't stay here. You gotta go. You lied to me. You lied to me. You lied to me for 11 years. For 11 years straight, you lied to me, having me believe that he's my son. No, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta get up out of here. You gotta get up out of here. No, I can't look at you. I can't look at. No, y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta go. No, before I do something crazy, I'm gonna regret. Yes, yes, you lied to me. You lied.
Now let's address the tackhead. She gonna tell this man, does it matter who's gonna put us out? How is our son supposed to get to school? She basically said all of the things that a trifling woman would say. They try to skip past everything that they have done and get to this fast forward outcome. But see, that past always matters. It's not so much we're talking about a woman's past here. We're talking about your relationship past, the duration of their relationship. When you build that bond with somebody, you're really trying to build this thing. You're trying to be with this person, understand this person, foster some kind of stable relationship going long term, but building towards a true partnership. Because like I said, this is 11 years combined with how many years this man might have known her prior to having the child. And now she's trying to say, well, forget all of that. We need to focus on me and the child. But he is not a part of that we. Meaning that the child is not his. Now, family, I want you guys to answer this question because I do not have all of the answers. I wonder, does it depend on what state that you're living in if you're allowed to put a woman and a child out? Being that he's been providing probably for 11 years, more than likely he might be screwed long term, but I think some states give you a little bit more flexibility. That's my assessment of the situation. I could be wrong, but let me just say this. I do not care. If I find out that a woman does something like that, she got to go and that damn child got to go. I don't care. I really don't. And you might hear this video and say, oh, that's immature, all of this other stuff. He loves the child. Bull crap. That man was lied to. That man is really dealing with some type of hurt that women always try to skip over. And when you break that level of trust, damn all of that. I'm not doing it. Now, some men out there might be better than me and they could put themselves in a situation and say, you know what? I'm going to go forward with this. Not me. I'm not built that way. Because relationships are built on trust. And if you can do something like that, ain't no telling what the hell else you've been doing in this relationship. In closing, I'm going to share a little bit of personal experience with you guys. Being that I'm an avatar, I try to give you guys real perspective of situations that I've been in, so that way you guys maybe can relate. When me and my son's mother broke up, my son was probably like 13 already. We go through the process of, she want money from me, get the damn state involved. And, I wasn't tripping on the money because I always wanted to provide for my child. But I had already been with this woman 13 years with my child, but I had known the girl 5 years prior to even having a child with her. So now you're talking about a totality of 18 years I've been knowing this woman. I was offered an option of establishing paternity. And she was like, what that mean? All this other stuff. What you trying to say? He ain't your child. So understand this, and this is what I'm trying to say, is when you're dealing with women, if you try to establish paternity, they will frown upon that. You trying to say I'm a liar? But me personally, I said, damn all of that. I was like, yo, you want to go your own way, that's fine, do what you gotta do. But I thought it was in my best interest to establish if that was my child. I paid about $120 to the state at that time, and I found out that my child was mine. And she was like, you don't trust me? I was like, damn all of that. I always think that it's in a man's best interest to figure out if those children are theirs or that child is there if they only have one. It might ruin trust in your relationship, but I always come around to this. Do you want to be a man who experiences the level of hurt that this man is experiencing right now? Let me know your thoughts. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.